It is the first of the month. Your salary hits the account. You feel that brief, sharp sense of control. You tell yourself, finally, this is the month I get my finances in order. You have a plan. You have a goal. Then, the week slips away. 6 days pass in a blur of routine. You stare at the screen, blinking, waiting for the numbers to change. They do not. 300 euros, gone. You whisper to the empty room, how is this possible? Where did it go? You rack your brain, trying to trace the path of the money. You did not buy anything major, just a coffee, a delivery meal, a small gift, and a ride-share home. These tiny, silent leaks have drained your account. You barely remember the transactions, yet the balance is undeniable. This is not just a math error, it is a pattern. Let us look at that 60-euro hoodie. You think you bought it because you needed it. You did not. You bought it because you saw someone else wearing it, someone who seems to live a better life, someone who seems to have it all figured out. This is the grip of FOMO, the fear of missing out. It is an annoying, persistent feeling that if you do not participate in the trend, you are being left behind. Your environment is the architect of your spending. When you scroll through your feed and see an influencer in a perfect look, your brain clicks. It releases a hit of dopamine, a chemical promise of satisfaction. It whispers, if I had that, I would feel better. I would finally belong. You are not buying fabric. You are buying a shortcut to social acceptance. But the dopamine spike is a liar. It fades the moment the transaction is complete. The damage does not stop when the dopamine fades. It is just beginning. That 60-euro hoodie is not a singular event. It is a recurring pattern. You repeat this purchase 10 times a year, and suddenly, you have lost 600 euros. You might dismiss this as a minor expense, but look closer at the reality of that number. These are not just spent funds. These are 600 euros that were never invested. They are 600 euros that were never allowed to grow. Every time you click buy, you are not just trading money for fabric. You are trading your future options for a temporary sensation. You are trading your safety net for a fleeting moment of validation. Think about what that money could have been. By letting FOMO dictate your spending, you are systematically dismantling your own foundation. You are making it impossible to say yes to future opportunities. The hoodie is not just a piece of fabric. It is a thief. It steals your ability to choose, your ability to pivot, and your ability to build something that lasts. Let us look at the math. It is cold, it is precise, and it is devastating. If you take those 600 euros you waste every year and invest them at a 7% return, the numbers shift. In 10 years, you have 6,000 euros sitting in your account. But wait, let the clock run. 1, 2, in 30 years, that figure balloons to between 45,000 and 60,000 euros. Read that number again. 60,000 euros. Every single time you shrug and say, it is only 60 euros, you are making a conscious choice. You are essentially looking at your future self and saying, I do not care about losing 60,000 euros of your wealth. You are trading a decade of financial freedom for a piece of fabric that will be out of style by next season. The question is no longer about the hoodie. The question is whether you are willing to keep paying 60,000 euros for a temporary feeling of belonging. To break this cycle, you need a system. First, track your spending for 7 days to make your habits visible. Second, implement the 2-4-hour rule. Pause for a full day before any non-essential purchase to let the emotional urgency fade. Third, create an anti-FOMO budget, a small, guilt-free fund for impulses. Fourth, curate your feed. Unfollow influencers who trigger your insecurities. Finally, ask yourself, does this help my future self, or does it hurt them? You do not need to be perfect. You just need to be consistent. Stop letting your emotions drive your wallet. Take control of your environment and start building the future you deserve.